Hello and welcome back to my channel, Miami Star Tarot. Today I am doing a reading for Leo. This is a love reading, and even though the reading's timeless, I am doing it here in mid-May, so I'm going to call it from here to the end of May, or whenever you just happen to come across the video. Again, this is for Leos, and it is a love reading. Now, I did a read for Leos, but I accidentally used a different channel, my other channel where I do beauty product reviews, and it was a pretty good one, but I'm thinking it may not be obviously as accurate as it needed to be, so I am redoing it, and hopefully it happened that way for a reason. So Leo, here we go. Let's do one more because the shuffling is feeling pretty good. This is love reading for Leos. All right, we're going to do 6-card spread and an underlying energy. Here we have Temperance, Judgment, Ten of Swords, the Moon. A lot of major arcanas, Leo. A lot. The Lovers. And the Two of Swords. Okay, let's do the underlying energy. Is the Knight of Swords. All right. Got a lot of major arcana and swords. All right, so your underlying energy at this point, Leo, is about communication, action, okay? The Knight of Swords is action-oriented, driven, and it's a very ambitious card, okay? Or it could also be it's wanting something and kind of wanting it now. And I feel that you are in a place right now, Leo, where there is something you're wanting, and you're wanting this right now, whether it's the end of something, the beginning of something, or the truth. Okay? You have Temperance, Judgment, and Ten of Swords here in the top row. And what that tells me, along with your Knight of Swords, is that you are tired of waiting. Okay? And I feel that you are in a place right now where you know that something has come to an end with this Ten of Swords here at the end. The opening is with the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is about knowing how to temper, I think, your feelings when you start hot, you're ending cold, and kind of finding that middle ground for yourself to make yourself I think happy. And also Temperance is also about having a purpose in something, having also bringing tranquility to yourself. And I think that maybe you are in a place right now, Leo, where you just need the truth. You need tranquility in your life, and you basically just want to know what is going on. Okay. You have the Judgment card here, and I think that also takes you to a point where you just want the truth. You want to know what's going on, and you either want to mediate whatever's going on, or you want to move on. And I feel like you do need the truth. With Temperance, you're tired of that hot and that cold kind of feel of the connection that you're with somebody. This is definitely, I feel, about love, a love energy that just doesn't seem to be very stable. And there's, with the Temperance card, is also suggesting, again, like the hot and the cold. And I feel like you're just really in a place where you just want it to end. And, for you to come to that conclusion with this Judgment card too, it's time. The time has come, and you know it. Okay. And try to figure out, I think, what is going on is possibly I think maybe what's kind of getting to you at times. You do have the moon on the bottom, and that's about hidden feelings. Could be hidden agenda. It could be about things that are unknown, hidden things, deception as well. And I think that you want the truth. Right now you're in a place where you absolutely want the truth. You have the Lovers next to it, and then the Two of Swords. All right. And with the Lovers, to me, that card is upright, but the energy to me is reversed. Okay. And you do have some upright feeling of it. It's about your relationships and your choices too that you want to make. And the choice is about your relationship with, or this connection with this person, but it's also like having like an imbalance or misalignment in this relationship with this person, which brings us back to the Temperance card here. I do want to pull a clarifier for that row, the bottom row, and see if it sometimes they can go for both rows, but so you want to know the truth. And it seems to me like for you, it's important to know the truth. I just, with the Moon card, I'm not sure if this person is going to give you that. Okay. This person may not be about giving you the truth. He or she may not be about revealing themselves. And we just want to get one card as a clarifier for that row. So you definitely have strong feelings for this person. That is really obvious with the Lovers card. And right underneath this Ten of Swords, you also have the Two of Swords, which tells me that you are at a crossroads, and you are in a place where you realize that mentally you have to make a decision. Your heart may not be able to make it at this point, the decision, but you can. And that's kind of where you are, because your love runs pretty deep for this person, or your desire to be with them runs pretty deep, Leo. I feel that the swords are about your mental abilities and judgments and thoughts and using your head versus your heart. So I feel like you recognize that you are in a position where you need to start making some decisions. And it looks like in this case, your mind is going to have to make up what is going to happen next. Oops. And you have the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like the Three of Pentacles here is suggesting that you may have a little bit of work ahead of you in order to be able to be successful with moving away from this relationship. What is interesting is that you have the Temperance card and the Moon. And to me, what this is suggesting is that you are probably never going to know the truth of what's happening and what's going on with this person. But this person has really, I feel like, gotten under your skin somehow. And you're finding it very hard to move past this connection, this relationship. And I feel like some of it has to do with not knowing why things are not working out. The Moon card right here is just, it's working double time. It's saying you want to figure out what's going on. You want this truth to surface, but it's also telling me that the truth will not surface because the person is choosing to keep it hidden. His agenda, her agenda, what she wanted, what he wanted is probably just not as strong as what you wanted anyway. So to them, it may not be that big of a deal, whereas to you it is. The Judgment and the Lovers, I feel that maybe you have been in a place, Leo, where you were kind of denying what you were seeing because you were more or less blinded by attraction, by love, that you chose blindness to it versus seeing the truth. And right now, I just don't think that you can do that. It almost feels like with this Knight of Swords that you're getting to a point where you're kind of on an agenda to move on. And I think like maybe some of you guys are trying to figure out like, okay, this is what I want. I want closure. And without the closure, it's going to drive you crazy. Feeling rejected for Leos doesn't feel good for anybody, but Leos have their pride and they have such a deep sense of worth for themselves. I mean, most people do, but I think like if you know a lot of Leos, you know that inside their pride is really something that they just don't like their pride wounded. And I think in this case, just not understanding what happened, why this person has not wanted to move forward with anything else or getting more into a relationship with you, that has been almost the driving force of why you've stuck around for so long and why you've chosen to not see things the way they should have been with the judgment, hot and cold, keep going back and forth like that, Leo. Trying to figure out what this person wants, what their intentions were. You are here, you have the 10 of Swords, which means it's over. I feel like you realize that this connection is over. It may not be over completely, like you may still have contact with this person. I think that some of you guys aren't hearing very much from this person because there isn't 100% closure with all of you with this person. But you know mentally the decision needs to be made, and it needs to be made mentally, not with your heart, because you may not be able to, your heart may not be moving on, but mentally you will be moving on from this person. It's not going to be an easy out for some of you guys. For some reason, for some of you, I feel like this person, you're going to be seeing them at work. Or somehow you might end up having to run into them at their place of work, or some of you guys work with this person and that makes it a little bit harder. Or you may be involved with this person in more than just a romantic way. It might be a family friend. It could also be, again, someone that you work with or someone that you're working on something with. And that might make it a little bit tougher for you guys to, I think, to cut complete ties. Like you may not be able to avoid each other as much as you might need to get over them. But I think that mentally you're just going to put that person out of your mind. I don't think that this person is interested in having a deeper connection with you than you wanted to have with them. So I think things are going to be a little harder for you, Leo. They are a little harder for you than they are for them. But I feel like with this Knight of Swords, your agenda, where you are in your relationship is to move forward, but also it's almost like you want to uncover the truth. All right, so that is your reading, Leo. And sorry I didn't have better news for you, but it's definitely something that some of you Leos out there are aware of, and you're moving toward to get through this. And I think that you will. I think you're going to be just fine, Leo. Thank you for watching Miami Star Tarot. Bye-bye.